Hey folks, welcome back to whatever this is. It's currently not a shop. It's currently a mess. There's one of 47 coolers. Um, this garage filled up quick. I said it was going to be used for storage. Uh, yeah. Um, I'll bring you in and show you what it looks like. So again, that's where my tools are, but then all of this happened. And then if you come over here, all of this happened. That's a pool table. So, you know, there's that. So what has to happen today is I have today, because I still have two pods coming, and there's a lot of stuff in those pods that are going in here. So I have to make some sense of this today. I'm not going to bring you along for that ride because it's probably going to be violent. It's probably going to be agonizing. It's going to be a lot of things that people don't want. It is currently somewhere in the upper 70s to mid 80s. I don't know. It's hot. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So the next time you see me, this shirt will probably be soaked from head to toe, but I got to get busting on this like now. So I'll bring you back in whenever it's hopefully organized, or at least in a little bit better condition. Okay, I'm probably about halfway. Yeah, I know. Truck's almost in the garage. Where'd everything go? Ain't up there. Hang in there. You'll get to see. Hydration is the name of the game. I ain't got no place to put this. I know it don't look that much different. I know it don't look like I accomplished anything. There's my mechanics box. There's all my wood. At least I can see it now. But where did it all go? That's the question you're asking. And so I have learned from watching years of YouTube that like you can magically transport yourself with the snap of a finger. I'm still here. Try again. Apparently it doesn't work on my, hang on. Hey, it worked. Son, does this look familiar? Yeah. The other thing I learned about YouTube is that phrase, I've been keeping a secret from you. And I didn't want to do this. I just, oh, is the garage going to become a shop? I knew all along, but I didn't want to. Holy moly, there's a 747 with a Stinger over there. Anyway, apparently they grow their bees big in the middle of the state. Anyway, I have known for some time that this shop was coming with me. Um, but hey, that's the excitement of YouTube, right? I can't tell you everything. You quit coming back. No, you won't. I know some of you guys won't. Um, the church, Higgins Church, was very gracious and let me bring this along with me. In fact, they actually helped me pay to move it. And so now I have my shop. And it is mine. I now own this. A lot of the things that needed to be done in this shop before I didn't want to do because I knew that it was the church's building. One of the reasons why I didn't put up a complete dust collection system yet. Oh, he went outside. Thank God. One of the reasons I didn't put up a complete dust collection system was because I knew it wasn't my building. I knew at any time it could go away, but it is now mine. So now I will fix the dust collection properly. Now I can build things the way I want to build them in here, because I was making everything to be removable, and now I don't have to. So it was always the plan to keep one bay of that garage open. Wifey Poo doesn't care if she parks in a garage. Um, but if I have to work on a vehicle, I don't want to have to contend with weather, and it's got a concrete floor, which makes rolling around a lot easier. If you work on cars, you know. If you know, you know. So don't get too excited just yet, because the electricity is not run to this shop yet. There is a gentleman in this church that is an electrician, and he said, not a problem, we'll get it hooked up. It's just a matter of getting it done. I have had a ton of help over the past couple of weeks. I can't go through the list of names. It'll take way too long. But there were definitely a lot of folks that helped, lending trailers, lending a hand, helping me pack. I'll keep looking. I'll show you what I'm talking about. And here's another reason not to get excited. The miter saw is in place. I have to redo that entire miter station because I built it for a smaller saw. So I have to make that bigger. That last shelf there on the right is going away completely. That's where the mechanics box used to sit, so that frees up some space there. This guy here, if you remember him, I said on the last video, I left him out because I'm going to put him to work, and I'll show you why on that too. But yeah, bandsaw's in. Hey, what's all that scrap wood doing there? Well, here's the thing. This house has a wood burning stove insert in the fireplace. So it's not going to get horrible cold for you northern people in the wintertime, but it's a lot easier to burn that and cheaper than to use fuel. If I come this way, the lathe is in. No, it's not in place. Most of the tools are in. Okay. Wifey Poo said I can have that little refrigerator for cold snacks and grapes, she said. No candy bars. Not allowed to have candy bars. But this is the time for me to make some changes. So some of those changes are, I think I'm going to insulate the roof. Because it's going to be much hotter here in the summertime. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and insulate the roof. And I have window tint to put on the skylight. So I'm definitely going to do that because I feel like a bug under a magnifying glass right now. Now in Burnsville, this sat on a concrete pad and was maybe 6 to 8 inches step, which was awesome. But that's not how it is here. So when I say I left that saw out for a reason, that is about a 2-foot drop, we'll say, from the bottom of the doors to the ground. And let's face it, that little step stool is not conducive to not injuring myself. So sorry I kept you in the dark like I am right now. No electricity. But I'm super excited, super duper excited. Thank you, Higgins Church, again, because they basically handed me over this wonderful shop. I'm not really going to be working out of here anytime soon. I kept this saw out because I'm going to be using it outside. A couple of the first things I need to do is obviously make some kind of a deck or some kind of a stair system. The garage is fully wired. I could cut in there, but I don't want to get dirt and everything, dust everywhere. So um, I'm not finished with the garage clean out yet. Wifey Pooh and I have to go into town and get some provisions because we ain't got no food. You got to have food. So, um, but most of the shop stuff is out of the garage. Now it's a matter of organizing the garage. I'm not going to show you that. Um, I might need my table saw though. I don't know. I don't know. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Everything's great. If I need to, I'll run an extension cord from the garage over to here. It'll be fine. Um, Wifey Poo already has things that she wants me to make, flower boxes for the back deck, you know. And one of these videos, I'll show you around some of the house. But it has a covered back deck, and you know, the jungle of flowers that she has, I think, are all going to live back there, which will be great. So she wants to put them up on the deck rail, which is a 2x4 on its side. One of them ever already took a dive, so we need to get something a little more stable for them to sit on. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Hopefully within a week or two, I'll have electric in here. I don't know when I'm actually going to be back to actual projects. I have been told that there are a couple of craft show things in the area. So I might start building up some inventory. Because one of the nice things is, like I said, my mechanics box isn't in here. The giant air compressor that used to sit over there is not in here. My welder is not in here. That stuff's all staying in the garage. So I'll have a little bit more room. Not that I didn't have room before, but I can organize it better. So if I want to make some inventory of some bowls and stuff like that, I can actually build some inventory up. And if there's a craft show, I can just load a bunch in a truck and go. So anyway, hey, I was looking for that fan. I wanted that in the garage. Mercy, it was hot in there. But hey, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Sorry I kept the secret, but hey, I'm excited. I know you guys are excited for me, and that makes it even better. Um, and I will see you again next week. I have no idea what it's going to be, but I will see you again next week. Thanks for hanging out. See you on the next one. And as always, God is good. God bless you.